Hey guys, Doug the retirement guy here. Weekly paying dividend ETFs. 23 different funds. We bought them all. How did we do? Last week we told you we bought every funds. We bought 17. Missed a couple. Thank you to everyone who sent us comments and messages that we missed a couple. We have now went back and rebought those. So we're up to a solid 23 sitting now. And we made things a little simpler. So let's get into today's video and show you our weekly paying dividends worthwhile. The purchase. Is this a good investment or a waste of time? And it's really looking at a lot of different angles, not just, is the stock going up? Is the dividend really good? Are we making a killing? We want to see how big of a roller coaster this thing actually is. Of course, they are all offering weekly paying dividends, okay? And you know our thought on this one. We love that regular cash. And I operate this system both ways. Is we take the regular cash, we take and reinvest that into buying more shares. And then at the end of the month, we take the regular cash to pay bills and so on. We bought all 23 funds, most of them on April 25th. Some of them we had to wait till May 23rd, just because that's when we found out that we missed a few. We invested right now over $23,000 into the weekly paying funds. We're taking the gamble so you don't have to. So how did we do for the May of 23? The Defiance Fund. We have 3 stocks in the Defiance Fund. The winner in the top fund in that category is QQY. They are up 4.82 since we bought them. So they're giving us a great solid growth. So you got to remember, this is basically, we're almost in 1 month so far. So we've collected 4.82%. WDTE, not bad, at 3.19, and IWMY at 1.14. We should have videos on every one of these, so don't be afraid to look into our past history and our videos to see a breakdown and more details of each and every stock. Now, I will say they were all down this week, not dramatically. As you can see, last week it was 6.69 down to 4.89. So about, one and a half. IWMY is down 3.4. And you're down about 2 percentage points on WDTE. Now, I will tell you up front, most of these drops came later on in the day today when all of a sudden the tariff wars spoke up again. When Donald Trump said, hey, well, we're going to put more tariffs out there, we may think we'll put more tariffs out there, freaked the market and things dropped off again. We take a look at our dividends collected this week. We collected $24.77 in dividends. That's 0.83 this week alone. If you do the systematic, that's about 42.9% for the year. So we're getting a nice dividend return off of these on a weekly, regular basis. So far we've collected $96.75 so far from these funds. Now, QQY. First off, what is QQY? It is an equity exposure to the NASDAQ 1000. Okay, they are basically selling option premiums on a daily basis. You can see their 1 month chart changed a little bit from last week. Last week we hit the peak and now it's fallen off, and you can see a lot pretty much dropped off at the nearly end of the day across the board. But still, 1 month, they're up 6.18%. They're down in 6 months, 24.41. So this is why we're doing this. Is it a timing thing? Like you have to know what the peaks are and the low points are to buy stocks at the right time to make the weekly payers work? Or is it you can just jump in anytime you want? And I think we're going to find really clearly, you have to be specific of what you want to do, how you want to do it, and when do you want to do it. So the average 50-day average is 25.46. So we're closing in on that average. 200-day at 31.59. So they would tell you there's still some room to climb, hitting the 200-week average. But over the past 50 days, it's doing what it's expected to do, or floating right in the middle of the average road. They do rate this though as a very strong buy. I will give you guys this. We have 17 different professionals that we can go to, ask their opinion on each and every one of these stocks, and that's what we do every Friday. We go out and ask them, what do you guys think? Give us your rating, and this one come in as a strong buy. We will do this for every one of the top stocks in each category. So let's take a look at Roundhill. Now, Roundhill has a bunch more than Defiance. And again, the best one that we have is COIW. Now, we know that's going to be the coin player. Last week, it was way up at 26.34%. It come down a little bit to 24.6. Okay. And we look at all these, the rock bottom of it is the AAPW, that is lost 10% value since we bought it. So again, this is not a fund that's doing very, very well. Across the board, you can see everyone is, a lot of ups, equal amounts downs, but we're positive in every other category. So when we look at Roundhill, you definitely coin's one that you want to be involved to. TSW is definitely one you want to always make sure you're staying and looking at. And honestly, QDT has really turned themselves around, and also XDT is starting to turn themselves around. But COIW with the 24.6% growth, very, very solid program. Dividend-wise, we've collected $102.76 in dividends this week. That's 1.03% for the week, or 53% for the year. So we're doing very, very strong with dividends on this one, cashing in well. And you can see that we missed a couple: the MAGY, the PLTW, and NVW. We missed those, and so we rebought them, and we're collecting dividends already. So we've collected almost $250 so far on Roundhill. So when we look at the Roundhill Coin Weekly Paying, COIW, it's designed to seek the combination of growth and income from basically the entire Coinbase common share market. They're trying to get 1.2% or 120 percentage points on a weekly basis above what they're returning. And when we look at their chart, you can see these guys are going to have a little bit of a rocky road, but they go way up, they hold, but right now they're in a good holding pattern. Yeah, they're coming down, but they seem to find another way to get back up. It's really working well for them. In 1 month, they're up 34.91%, 6 months down 14.77. So there's a room to give back a little bit, but you're really gaining in this value. Their 50-day value is 31.73, so there is some, we are way above that 50-week average. It's growing. But still, it's one of these things. Are you buying or are you not buying? It's at a magical little point. We would love to go back to May 7th and buy. We'd love to go back to April 30th and buy more. But keep an eye on this one. This is one we're going to keep watching. We expect this thing to take another little plop drip, and then we're probably going to buy some more into it. All 17 of our investors all came back and said the same thing. Strong buy still. Even at the high numbers that they're at, they still feel that this is a strong buy. So GTPY, this is their AI tech investment portfolio. They basically are looking for appreciation, capital appreciation income via direct investment into a select AI tech companies. So they're kind of doing it through a self-managed ETF. They're doing a decent job. You look at the chart. Again, they've gone flat right now. They've had their steady road up and then gone flat. I kind of like the procedure of this chart, that I think PTY is a strong player. When we look at 1 month, they're at 13.52%. 6 months, they're down 14. But I think you're going to see these numbers really change. And again, we got a very strong buy from all of our investors that said, hey, this is where you want to be if you want to be in the AI division. So taking a summary for week 23. You didn't do it. So we're taking a look at now the summary for the week. Our total investment is $23,000 now. We've made $835.31 so far on the 23 stocks. So we're up 3.63%. Now we add in $616.64 or 2.66% for the week total dividend income. That gives us basically, we look forecast out, a 43.47% dividend for the year. $11,000 off of a $23,000 investment. So far, guys, I would tell you, definitely, weekly stocks are definitely something to be concerned with, and they are a player. But you got to buy wisely and you got to buy smartly. You can't just go out and buy everything at any time you want, because you're going to get a return, but you're going to get some losses. Stick with us, ride it out. We're going to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Guys, this is Doug, the retirement guy. If you like what we're doing, hit that like button. Definitely hit the subscribe button. Don't miss any of these weekly or any of our ETF payment dividends that we're putting out. We're putting a ton of videos out, all trying to help you grow your pocketbook. Also, if you like what we're doing, leave a comment. If you catch something wrong, leave a comment. We're going to fix it. We're here not to tell you that we're experts. We're here to help you gain on your knowledge. Everything helps the channel grow because we're trying to help grow your pocketbook. We'll see you next time.